Sometimes 3 words is enough to capture a political message. Labour isn't working, get Brexit done, and now, in my view, 3 new words that are going to potentially shape the outcome of the next election. Stop the boats. It's very telling that the cervix-free leader of the opposition, ex-human rights lawyer Keir Starmer, didn't have stop the boats on his list of 5 missions. Meanwhile, fresh from his Brexit breakthrough, which isn't perfect but which looks likely to end the political and diplomatic deadlock following our departure from the EU, Rishi Sunak has set his sights on the cruel business model of human trafficking, one that sees as many as 1,000 people entering the country illegally every day. Rishi Sunak's new bill to end the Channel migrant crisis promises to outlaw all forms of asylum claims from those who arrive by small boats, and it aims to prevent migrants who arrive illegally from using human rights to remain. Many people complain that we don't see enough of Rishi Sunak. Well, we've had our fill of showmen at number 10. If Sunak is tucked away in his flat at number 10, quietly working through the many problems this country has, and through attention to detail, tenacity and plain hard work getting them solved, then as far as I'm concerned, he can stay as invisible as he likes. Because in the end, the British public will always reward a Prime Minister who gets things done. We don't need photo opportunities. We don't need press releases. We don't need publicity stunts. We don't need fancy speeches. We need action. No more so than in the case of these illegal migrant crossings, which are a humanitarian, economic and national security disaster. Britain is a global beacon of diversity and tolerance. We are arguably the most welcoming, tolerant and open nation in history. But we will not be mugged off. There must be due process, systems, a procedure, not the unedifying and deeply troubling sight of migrants crossing in flimsy boats, chucking their phones and documentation into the water, and sometimes running for the hills when they land on our shores to where, God only knows. It's also worrying when you see people being picked up by a UK contact in what is possibly a global criminal infrastructure. There are plenty of loophole lawyers who want to gerrymander the system in favour of these cruel gangs and their victims. But it's my view that the public have had enough. And what may have been a fringe concern, largely among communities impacted, it's now an issue that has entered the political mainstream. Enough of the British public believe it's wrong, impractical and even dangerous to see these chaotic arrivals every day. And I believe that placing this issue at the top of his hot list was a political masterstroke for Sunak. Fixing it could produce a political miracle. Top politics professor Matthew Goodwin tweeted this yesterday. He said, "I've spent much of the last 3 weeks sitting in focus groups in the Red Wall. The next general election is definitely not a foregone conclusion." It's all about those 3 words, stop the boats. If Sunak achieves that, there will be no stopping him.